Hello my friends, welcome to my channel where I make Affinity fun and easy to learn. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create these flyers inside of Affinity Studios. So if this is what you want to learn, kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video, share this video, and make sure you're subscribed. Without having to say much, let's get started. Okay, so this is the first flyer here. As you can see, you have so many things going around, but it's nothing to fret about. Right? What I mean is not to fret about. Let's go about designing this. So the first thing we need to get is foundation. And when I mean foundation, this is the foundation, the background itself. So let's use the color here. So what you can do is sample a color like this, right? And on this particular flyer, the background here has a gradient, right? So it's just very, very simple to achieve this. To get this done, you can just come here and click on Fill 2. Now, when you click on Fill 2, go up here and change it to radial, right? So I can revert this so that the lighter part would be inside, right? So for this light part, I'm going to make it closer to what I have here already, not too much. I'm just going to move it inside and I'm just going to reduce it like this. This is the only thing we need to do. Right, I'm going to drag this up. You can see the difference, right? So this is darker, this is lighter. So if you want to make it more lighter, you can shift grounds here and you can see the difference, right? So just leave it somewhere here. Great. So the next thing we need to do is draw in some ellipse at the edges like this. So of course, to do this, you know what to do. Go over to the ellipse and you need to hold down Shift, right? But this time we don't want in fill color. So turn it off and we want just the stroke. But for the stroke, you can see the stroke is small. So what you want to do is increase the size of the stroke like this, make it bigger. Somewhere around here is good. Now for you to move this around freely and still retain its shape, what I recommend you to do, because this is just an ellipse, right? What I recommend you doing is right click on it and click on expand stroke. Now this way it has converted that stroke to a shape. So you can see it has switched from a stroke to a shape color. So you can give it a color of your choice, which you are going to make white. And when we make it white, we are just going to come here and reduce the opacity like this. And take it over to where it's supposed to be. You can make it smaller like this. And just make it slightly bigger somewhere here. And make a duplicate copy of this, Ctrl J. On your layer, Ctrl J. And you want to bring this down here like this. So it can be somewhere here, right? Good. So as it stands, the next thing I need to do is to create this shape here. But before I do that, there's this depth effect going on here. So what you need to do is go online and search for depth effect. So I'm just going to go here because I'm still going to come back to this. So I'm going to search for depth effects. I'm just going to click inside like this. Most of these things, you see them every time, you don't know what it's called, right? So for this is what you need to search for. And you can see so many of them, but we're going to focus on the one with black, right? So we can just click anyone like this. You can see this is the effect going on here. You can see you have different kinds of this effects, right? So let's use something like this. I'm just going to copy this image. I don't need to download this. I'm just going to go into Affinity and I'm just going to make sure you're on your artboard and paste it here, right? You can see this same image still retains its quality, right? So, and just shift it here like this and come over here where you have the blend mode. You can change it to the screen. When you change it to the screen, what you need to do is just reduce the opacity here like this until you get your desired results. Make sure it's not too much. Somewhere around here is good. Now for the artboard, let's go back and let's make it darker. When I mean darker, so that we can have So for this part here, let's move over to this region and make it darker like this so that everything that we're putting inside can be visible even with the dirt effect. You can see it's better now, right? So I'm just going to leave this here like this and move on with everything we are doing. All right, follow me and we'll get to our destination. So the next thing we need to do is get this done. So to do this, very, very simple, we need to draw a simple shape. I'm holding down shift to maintain a straight line. Not that it matters. It's just something I love doing. Straight line. And this shouldn't be too much. Basically, what we're trying to achieve here is something that looks like a gun, but it's not a gun. So click here and finish up here like this. Though for this part, we need to extend it. So go over to the node tool, click A. That's the shortcut for the node tool. You can hold down shift and move this outward like this to complete this process. And you can move this also upward like this to complete this process. Now, we have rounded corners here, right? So how do we achieve this? With the node tool selected, select this two, hold down shift, select this part, and select this part, right? We're selecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes. Come over to where you have the corner shape and you can make corners like this. Make sure you're not doing too much. Somewhere around here is good, right? You can always readjust it individually like this using your corner tool, right? Clear. Good. So let's make this a white color. Make sure it doesn't have an outline. Remove the outline and make it a white color like this. So now when this is done, just for context, let's make another one inside. So click on the ellipse tool or your rectangle tool and then drag this up here like this. Drag this to the edge. Select the corner tool, highlight the entire edge like this, and all you need to do basically is just change the color and you can impute your image, right? For this, I'm just going to go into my Smart Designer Premium Assets. So this is my premium assets where I have my premium images. So this is my Smart Designer Premium Assets, right? If you've not gotten yours, the link is in the description of this video so you can download yours and get all of these assets. So I'm just going to go into my premium images. I'm going to select this cool dude here, copy this, and I'm just going to paste this. You can see how easy and effective it is trying to do all of this with the right assets. So I'm just going to reduce this, holding down Control and the Alt key. It might differ on Windows. Just going to have this. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put it inside of the shape. So just drag and drag here and place inside like this. And that's all you need to do. So this part here is curved. So what we need to do is select this node here and make it somewhat like this. And that's all you need to do, right? Then finally, what you need to do is creating this. Just simply add this here. And of course, make it rounded corners like this. And it's not too much. Just have it like this. And another thing you can do is you can bring in this guy here, the image of this guy. Let's duplicate it. This is the dirt paper like this. You can Ctrl J this and move this upward like this. And we can increase the opacity like this. We want it to be visible on this shape, but not the entire image. So what you can do is just drag this and place inside of the shape alone, and you can see you have your result here. So it's inside here like this. You want to make this smaller so that it doesn't start pixelating. So what you can do is just reduce the size like this and reduce the size furthermore like this, and you can rotate this. You can see we have our desired results and we are good to go, right? Clear. Okay, so let's move on to the next flyer that we have here. So we have a whole lot of things going out. Like kudos to the designers of these flyers, creative, they stand out, and thumbs up, good work. Right? So to do this, what you need to do, first things first, you need to start from the foundation. And like I always say, the foundation here is the background. The first foundation for this particular image is this guy here, and this is like a pattern, right? So this is from the designer logo here. So the designer created this from this logo. They used this, I think, to create this pattern here. So I'm just going to show you how you can go or how you can arrive at this. The first thing you need to do is to go online and search for pattern, since we're doing this on our own. So you want to go over here and search for pattern, right? So you can see from my search, I have searched for pattern. So this is pattern background, right? So give it time to load up, and you can see you have several patterns, right? So you can click on any one and download it. So for me, I already have mine here. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to head inside here. I'm going to paste this here. So you can make this bigger like this, and you can split it into two, Ctrl J, and bring this here. In the long run, it's not going to matter if you splitted it or not. So the bottom line is that we have this going on for us, right? I'm going to show you why it matters a lot. So the next thing you want to do is you want to draw the second foundation, which is this image here. It's somehow white, but it's not white. So what you need to do is go over to your ellipse tool, and we need to draw something like this. And good. Make sure all of this function is turned on under your snapping, and make sure it's enabled, please. Right? So that you don't have issues trying to do all of these things. So you can make it white, or better still, let's sample the color here and let's use the same color. Right? So let's try and move closer to the edge just a little bit. Move to the edge just a little bit like this. Okay, so now the fun part is what you have here. Now to get this done is very, very simple. So what you need to do is go over to your pen tool. Now this doesn't involve you doing too much, just involves you locating the midpoint here. Click here and click here. Right, we can take this up later on. We can just click, click, and click. Now this is the first one, right? Like I said, we can take this up. So go over to your node tool, select this, hold your shift, and we can bring this up here like this to have this shape. So we can then go ahead and give it this color here, right? Good. So the next thing you need to do is go over to your move tool, duplicate this shape like this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Now this one that is under it like this, you want to move this upward. And the only thing you need to do is just change the color like this. And you can see it has been added to this. All you need to do basically is just use your node to select this point here and bring this down here like this. I'm going to repeat the same process for the last one. I have a white at the background here. So what you need to do is Ctrl J and make sure you bring this below this, make it white, and repeat the same process like this. This should be small, not too much. Somewhere around here is good. Go over to your node tool. You want to bring this down here, right? So when you do this, easy peasy, we've just done all of this. Now this should have a gradient, right? So click on G and click on radial like this, and you want to flip this back. Use this same color here, but we want to use a darker color here. So click on this part here and move over to the darker region here to add that dark color here. You can make this a little bit lighter by going up like this, and exactly where we want it, right? You can see we have our pattern, we have these shapes here, the last thing you need to do is go over to your ellipse tool and hold down shift and draw a perfect circle like this. And this should be here. You can see our images are snapping well because I have this turned on, right? So this is going to be white or the same color as what you have here. So I'm just going to sample this color here. This same color, I'm just going to make it slightly bigger like this. And the last thing I need to do is I'm going to go over to look for this online. So you go to Pinterest, and what you should search for is, I'm going to delete this and search for gold circle frames like this. So when you search, this is what you're going to get. So you can pick any one of your choice. You can choose anyone, have the background removed and bring it inside of Affinity, or remove the background inside of Affinity itself. So I have my own here sorted out for me. So what I'm just going to do is we're just going to copy this, and I'm just going to place this inside here like this. And what I'm going to do next is hold down Control and Alt, and I'm going to reduce this. I'm just going to bring this here, and it's just going to show me that this is the middle, right? I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to duplicate this, or to make sure it's in the middle, directly in the middle. I'm going to select these two guys, right? I'm going to come here. I'm going to click on align horizontally and align vertically. You can see it in the middle now. I'm going to duplicate this one here, Ctrl J, and I'm going to make it smaller so that it fits inside of this gold shape. I'm going to make it white, right? And I'm going to put it on top of this shape like this. You can see in my layers panel. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into my Smart Designer Premium Collection, and I'm just going to look for another image, this image here, copy this, and I'm just going to paste this here. And this image is so good that the resolution is very, very high, right? These are some of the things you get inside your Smart Designer Premium assets. So what I just need to do here is just drag this and put it on top of the circle like this, and we are good to go. Now, this image should be black and white, right? So to do this, what you need to do is select the image, go over here to where you have this and select black and white, and you can adjust this just the way you want your black and white to be. And when you're done adjusting, click on this X, but make sure you drag it to the image so that it affects only the image when you start clipping things to this circle, just to be very, very safe, right? Okay, so moving on, the next one we have here is this. So I'm just going to get the color of the background, which is this here, fill the artboard with this. All right, very easy. And the next thing you need to do is go over. Now you can do this using your triangle to just draw a triangle. It doesn't need to be perfect. Just draw a triangle like this, and you can rotate this. Hold down shift to rotate proportionally, and you can move this to this point here, right? Immediately after you do this, go over to your corner to select all of the corners and make them rounded corners like this. So what you need to do with this is, when you're done with this, you can go ahead and convert to curve so that when you start moving around, it doesn't change, right? So I can make this white so I can see things through. Duplicate this. You can have this here, move this upward, and also duplicate this guy here and put it here. What you just need to do here is come here and flip this way, and there you go, easy peasy, right? So you can select the three of them. You can either group them or you can merge them. Most times I just like to just group them, but for this video I'm just going to merge them like this by clicking on this boolean operation here, which is the add, right? So I'm just going to have this here so you can see this is my image. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my download files, and I'm just going to copy this image. You can get images like this to inside your Smart Designer Premium assets. But I'm just going to use this and paste this here. And I'm just going to make sure it's on top of it like this. And I'm just going to click and drag inside here to clip it inside while I make this smaller and still visible like this. And basically that's all you need to do. That's all you need to do, right? So if you've liked this video, if you've learned something new, don't forget to give me a like, share, hype this video so that more Affinity users can see this video. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.
With over 1,000 premium fonts, over 100 high-quality PSD flyer templates, over 700 icons, over 3,000 premium stock photos, 3,000 plus high-resolution backgrounds, 1,000 plus 3D and PNG assets, editable PSD templates, and lots more. If you're a creative designer, UI, UX, or web designer, the Smart Designer's graphics assets will make your life much more easier.